Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. I'm Dan. Welcome back to another episode of Pour Michigan Beer, guys. Today, we are not particularly pouring Michigan beer, but this is actually going to be Rogue Ales, guys. 2019 Santa's Private Reserve Dark Ale brewed with candy cap mushrooms. Really, really interesting, guys. This has been sitting in my cellar for over a year. I got this literally last December 1st. My now wife got it for me, so it's been sitting down here. This is just one I just never got my hands on or made time for, if you will. So I just really thought this was fitting for the holiday, guys. And real quick, thank you guys so much for the support this year. It means a tremendous amount to me. Channel's growing pretty well at a decent rate, so I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and Merry Christmas to all of you. On the back, dedicated to those on the naughty list, this year Santa visited us in Newport and brought along some candy cap mushrooms that he had picked himself. He said they would add a delicious maple flavor to the brew, and boy was he right, boasting a deep, sweet maple flavor and aroma. This year, Santa's Private Reserve is certain to bring the holiday cheer, guys. This is super weird. Candy cap mushrooms in a beer. 8.1%, 20 IBUs. Hashtag Santa's Reserve. This is, again, looking like it's going to be sweet. Kind of got the malt going forward up. And a little bit of bitterness, but that's what they're putting on the back. And they said it pairs with bacon-wrapped dates, fried chicken, and waffles. Christmas cookies, guys. This is just a bizarre beer, if you ask me. So I'm going to put this on hold, I think, because I don't have a bottle opener. Wow, I really came prepared. 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, guys. I had to go get a bottle opener. Goes to show you, I did not come prepared to this one. But this label's ridiculous, guys. It's like Santa Claus, and excuse me for the bad lighting, Santa Claus sitting on like a bunch of mushrooms like as a throne. So that's a ridiculous label from Rogue. And again, guys, this is a pretty blind review that's been sitting in my cellar. I don't know anything about it. Let's check it out. I did have another Christmas ale that I wanted to do this year, but I left it at the store, so can't even do that one. I won't even think about it. Let's not worry about it. Pour. Oh, boy. It's looking like a solid strong ale there, guys. That's got like a copper yellow amber hue to it. Dirty, rusty amber. Kind of dirty, off-white, bubbling head, guys. I poured a little bit crazy as normal. 2 fingers worth of fluffy, really, really fluffy, densely bubbled, creamy head, guys, but solid carbonation streaming to the top. You can see that. It looks like a dirty, rusty amber, straight up, guys. So don't know what to expect on this one, but this is the Rogue Santa's Private Reserve. Let's go to an aroma. Malty. Very malt forward. A little bit of like, caramel toffee tones in it. Maybe a little bit of roasted malt, but really you're getting this caramel sweetness, guys. A little bit of honey thing in there. A little bit of sweetness. I could see this being attributed to a little bit of that maple syrup, but yeah, it's got this like sweet kind of malty vibe, West Coasty kind of feel to it. And there is some kind of like dark fruit, like it almost smells like raspberry. There's like a raspberry or cherry tartness on the bottom. Honestly, there's some kind of like fruit that's hidden on the bottom of this beer, guys. Let's go to a cheers. This is Rogue Santa's Reserve. 2019, by the way. Wow. That's different. Very different. A little bit of roasty on the back end. A little bit of bitterness. Didn't see that coming. Pretty creamy. I mean, it's a good beer, honestly. I mean, really, really smooth coffee, caramel tones and maltiness to it. It's like a very, very nice, sweet, creamy mouthfeel. I mean, it's really, really nice. So it's not overly sweet. It's got a nice balance and bitter roastiness on the back end. But it's not going to remind you as like a stout or anything. It's going to be like these earthy, kind of caramely, dry malts on the back end. It's a very, very interesting beer from front to back. Something's telling me that the maple syrup that would have been in this, or some kind of vibe that it would have had with that sweetness, has settled out. It becomes really just like a hidden like West Coast, like not IPA, I'm not saying that, but it's got that like back end kind of vibe to it, where that dryness, a little bit of bitter astringentness on the back end, but it's not. It's that strong ale, guys. We're getting these caramel, toffee kind of notes all the way through. I still get some kind of like dark fruit. There's some hidden dark fruit in there. I don't know if it's like a cherry or like raspberry tartness. It's just a weird thing. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know. It smells like a raspberry tart thing. Gosh, where is that coming from? I just really don't know. Maybe it's just my nose being off. But let's put it this way, guys. This is a good balanced beer front to back. Thought it'd be sweeter based on what it says on the back, but I bet you that year of time to let this settle has really done it wonders to balance it out. Really, really nice. I get just little hints of sweetness. I couldn't even really attribute it to maple syrup. It's just really like confectionery sugar kind of sweetness that's mellowed out over time. It almost tastes like honey. Like I get like a honey raspberry cordial or honey raspberry doughy breadiness, that kind of vibe, guys. Again, on the back end, a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of like hoppy punch on the back end, almost like reminiscent of like a West Coast IPA, but just on a very, very subtle level. I just like this like smooth caramel toffee thing front to back. You're getting those notes, real malty doughiness. But really that sweetness definitely has bittered over time. It's not too sweet, and actually if I didn't look at the label, guys, I wouldn't even think anything about maple syrup. It just got this like hint that I would attribute to honey, really. That's what I'm getting. But I could see like this mushroom cap thing. It's got that earthy kind of mushroom, like dark Bella caps kind of thing. It's got that little vibe on the back end, a little bit of that earthy bitterness from the mushroom as well. But really, you're getting a little bit of that hoppy punch on the back end, guys. That's kind of pairing well with it. In a weird way, mushrooms. It's very strange. I would not think of it if I didn't look at the label. Maybe I just think it's some kind of earthy kind of vibe. But you do really get like a sweet honey mushroom, if that makes any sense. And it sounds terrible, but the beer is really mellowed out with nice coffee. Not coffee, I keep saying coffee, but it's got like little roasted coffee notes in there, but also this caramel toffee kind of note that just balances out that mushroom and that sweetness. It's really, really nice, honestly, just front to back, guys. Super, super balanced. I like this beer. It's not typical, not one I normally drink being a strong ale, but it gets the job done for 8.1 or 8.2, guys. 8.1%, not bad. 20 IBUs. Tastes more bitter than that. Yeah, now the mushroom's really coming out. Honey mushroom. It's just very strange, guys. Different, not normally in my wheelhouse, but let's go for a rating. I'm going to say that this is a solid 4 out of 5, guys. I just think it does really well for what it is. Not going to tire your palate down being 8.1%, and it still gives me like nice vibes from front to back on this one. Just a different kind of beer you're not usually accustomed to, but it's very fitting for the holiday, guys. Again, this has been the Rogue 2019 Santa's Private Reserve. Really appreciate each and every one of you watching this, guys. This has been another episode of Pour Michigan Beer. Merry Christmas to you and yours. I'm over and out, guys. Cheers. See you on the next one.